Hi everybody! It is Amanda here at the South Cobb Regional Library, and I am so glad that all of you decided to come back for our final Wednesday's Wizarding Masterminds of 2020. We have made it to the end of the year, and we are going to finish it out with a really awesome, I think at least, Snowflake craft and experiment, where we use salt water to make these really cool crystallized snowflakes. Look like they're covered in ice or snow. And so, everybody ready to go get their wizarding hats? You can pause the video now and come back as soon as you have your hat if you want to, or just let the video keep playing. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Hat time! All right, I have put on my wizarding hat, and I hope if you wanted to put them on, you have yours now as well. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I have all of the supplies here that I will need in order to make my crystallized snowflake. I have paper and scissors, I have a plate, and I have a spoon. And then I have a bowl here and some salt. And what we're going to do is we are going to start by cutting out our snowflake. And then we are going to create what is called a supersaturated solution using the salt and the water. And a supersaturated solution, as much as you can dissolve, and then you add more. So it has absolutely as much salt in the water as it possibly can. And you'll also see this a lot if you make sweet tea at home, where you just keep adding sugar and sugar until you can't add any more. So let's go ahead and clean up our work area and get started. The first thing that you're going to want to do is to make a snowflake. And the basics of making a snowflake are that you just fold and cut a piece of paper however you want. And so I am going to make a hexagonal snowflake by folding that over and cutting this out. But you can make it however you want. You don't even actually have to use paper. If you'd rather make your snowflake using pipe cleaners or fabric or whatever, you'll get different results, but it will still be really interesting and fun. Okay, I have completed my paper snowflake base, and I'm going to unfold it. So you can see that this is what this snowflake looks like. And so what you're going to want to do next is put that onto your plate. So I'm just going to kind of smush it down there a little bit so that it's pretty flat, but we will see what happens. Now our next step is to make our supersaturated solution using our water and our salt. So you're going to want to get really hot water. If you can get water that's boiling, that would be best, but as hot as you can, and then keep adding salt until you can't add any salt anymore. So this is a good place for you to experiment and think about how much salt you think the water can actually dissolve, and add that and see if your guess is right, see if you have made the correct hypothesis. So I am going to go make my supersaturated solution, and I will be right back. All right, I am back, and I have made my supersaturated salt solution. And the hotter you can make it, the more salt you'll be able to put in it. So I actually got mine all the way to boiling, which if you want to do that, you might need to get an adult help. But The more salt you can get in your solution, the more salt you will have on your snowflakes. And so over here, you'll see that I replaced the white snowflake with a purple snowflake, which is just a little easier for you to see. And so all you need to do for now is to carefully pour water over your snowflake so that the entire paper is covered. But you don't want to put too much, because if you do that, it will take a long time to dry. So I'm just going to pour water on top of this, and then we can wait and see the results. Okay, I have covered my entire snowflake with the saltwater solution. So all we need to do now is wait for the water to evaporate out, and we'll see how many salt crystals are left. Okay, I have waited several days and my snowflake is now completely dry. So what you're going to gently just kind of twist your plate a little bit back and forth if you can, and if you can't, that's fine. And then you want to just start at one edge and peel your snowflake up. All right, so here is the snowflake that we worked on, and you can sort of see all around the edges that there's a lot of salt on it. And I will go ahead and I will put that onto a background. Okay, so here is the snowflake that we worked on. This is a really interesting and great craft because depending upon how you cut out your snowflake and how much salt water you make, you can have different type of effects. So here are some others that I have made. So for this one, you can tell that it's just kind of covered a little bit lightly all over with salt. On the back, it has the square crystals like the one that we made, but on the front, it has this really thick crystals. And so if you experiment with different types of materials and different amounts of salt, you can have different results.